My sister's rich boyfriend came to family dinner, and I went completely silent the second I saw him. Maybe you'll finally learn something about building wealth instead of throwing it at every bum with a cardboard sign, my sister Kylie said while we set the table for our weekly family dinner. She had just announced that her new boyfriend would be joining us, and she wanted everything perfect. Our mom asked what made this one so special. He's completely self-made, Kylie said with a huge grin on her face. Built a company from nothing. Drives a car worth more than her apartment. She nodded toward me. Maybe she can take notes on how successful people actually handle their money. I kept folding napkins and didn't respond because fighting with Kylie never went anywhere good. She had spent years calling me a professional sucker because I helped people who looked like they needed it. If I saw someone sleeping in their car, I brought them food. If someone looked hungry, I bought them a meal. Kylie thought that made me pathetic, and she believed all homeless people were just addicts looking for their next fix. Our parents left to finish cooking, which meant I was stuck alone with Kylie. She immediately started up again, saying she hoped I wouldn't embarrass her by mentioning my little charity projects. I told her I wasn't planning to bring anything up, but she kept pushing. She said her boyfriend came from nothing too, so he'd probably find it offensive that I just handed cash to people who refused to work. Those people choose to live on the streets. They could get jobs if they wanted to, but begging is easier, and you just enable their habits. I felt my face getting hot, but I refused to take the bait. Kylie must have noticed because she leaned in closer. You know what really gets me? I saw you give $40 to some dirty guy outside the gas station last week. $40? You might as well have lit it on fire. At least then you'd get some warmth out of it. She laughed at her own joke. I tried to walk away, but she followed me around the table. That guy probably went straight to the liquor store. You basically bought him a bottle of vodka. Does that make you feel good about yourself? I told her she didn't know anything about that man or his situation. Kylie rolled her eyes so hard I thought they might get stuck. I know enough. I know that people who actually want to improve their lives don't end up sleeping on sidewalks. That's a choice. She grabbed my arm and spun me around to face her. You want to know the difference between you and me? I worked for everything I have. Those people you keep helping, they want handouts because they're too lazy to do the same thing. I pulled my arm away and told her that not everyone had the same opportunities she did. She laughed right in my face. Opportunities? Please. Plenty of people start with nothing and build empires. My boyfriend is literally proof of that. Meanwhile, you're out here giving your rent money to people who would rob you if they had the chance. I told her that was a disgusting thing to say. She shrugged like I'd just commented on the weather. Honestly, if those people froze to death, the world would be a better place. One less handout asking for free money. But sure, keep being everyone's favorite little bleeding heart. I opened my mouth to respond, but she cut me off. When he gets here, just try not to be yourself, okay? Don't bring up your charity stuff. Don't mention the shelter you volunteer at. Just sit there and be normal for once. I really like this one. The doorbell rang and Kylie sprinted to answer it. I heard her greeting him in a high, flirty voice while our parents came out to meet this millionaire she wouldn't stop bragging about. I stayed in the dining room trying to shake off my anger. When they finally walked into the dining room together, I looked up to see the man who was supposed to teach me how real adults handle money. He looked completely different without the scruffy beard and greasy long hair, but I recognized him immediately and couldn't get a single word out of my mouth. He had frozen in place too, staring at me like he was looking at a ghost. Then he walked right past Kylie without a word, pulled me into a tight hug, and started crying into my shoulder. Kylie shrieked at us to explain what was happening. He pulled back, looked at my family, and said, 6 years ago, I was homeless and living in my car.